he cannot play Ryu against his brothers at all. He has a secondary Ryu, but if he plays it against his brothers, they just can't do a single thing. There's like some mental block that he just can't play Ryu, and he just SDs, and he just starts playing bad. Let's hope nothing like that happens in his next game. He's teaming with his brother. The Smash Mob crew going against Awestin and DisqoBunny.
The BBSM boys.
The BBSM boys. So we were kind of talking about the Awestin DisqoBunny team earlier. How's DisqoBunny was going to be that crazy guy going all over the stage, racking up a lot of damage, and then Awestin was going to be like the closer. He's going to be that anchor to take out those stocks once that percent reaches those high levels. But instead of Sonic, we're seeing a Diddy, possibly a good choice. I would say Kurry, being a Sonic player himself, not someone you want to bring the character to in this kind of battle.
Yeah, he's definitely familiar with the ins and outs of Sonic.
Yeah.
Super good player that just a lot of people don't really know about. Both of them, actually, Army and Kurry, because they don't attend all that often. Many folks, even regular viewers, aren't aware of just how good these folks are. Yet here they are in winners finals, a game away from going to Grands.
Yeah, and in the two Smash Mob brothers, they're not shy to seeing a Grand Final situation. Excellent doubles partners, brothers, playing together all the time. I think it's going to come to of who knows their teammate better in this kind of situation. Brothers, obviously, they're going to know when they're in those high stressful situations where they need help, where they need to take this stock, where they need to set up this kill, and that's going to be pretty intimidating for the Disco Awestin team. I think it's actually their first time teaming together in doubles, so there's a lot of new ground for them to kind of lay forth and work with.
I think they were playing together at Bailey.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I heard Bailey's awesome. I wanted to go because I've heard nothing but amazing things about Bailey. Was Bailey
crazy? I mean,
awesome?
when a Smash Fest has a $1,000 grand prize at the end, self-funded, yeah, it's pretty.
Bailey.
Anyways, game number 1 of our winners finals. The SMBB brothers squaring off against Disco and Awestin. Now, like you said, we saw the Sonic previously. We saw the Diddy Kong before that. We're going right back to Diddy Kong here. What are we looking for from a roll standpoint?
So I think Awestin is going to be the one to be that kind of stock tank. He's going to want to hold on to his stocks and then take some of his own, while, as we know, Diddy Kong is a high-octane character. He's going to be getting in, racking up damage. We may not see as much banana play as he has a teammate to worry about, taking it out right as I say it, but he's going to be racking up a lot of percent, while Austin's going to be trying to take those stocks and keep himself in a safe position, in a bad position right there, eating that down smash from Kurry. First stock going to the blue team. That's not a position they want to be in, I want to say, with a character with such phenomenal kill potential such as Cloud.
Yeah, no, it's just bad luck, unfortunately. Disco gets a punish on the overshot limit broken Flim Hazard from Kurry and ends up shooting him right to Awestin, who had just committed to a PK fire to eat the down smash. Just bad luck, really.
Yeah.
And Awestin will be the first stock loss in this winners final series. Just 2 out of 3, with Disco quickly taking the stock back in order to make it an even stock game.
So what's interesting about all of these characters is that they all have pretty bad recoveries. And if they're ever caught in the off-stage position, it's going to be very simple to gimp them. I think the blue team's going to have a bit more success having a character that can stay grounded in a gimp, such as Ness. So it's going to be interesting to see how these off-stage interactions come. We haven't really seen any off-stage interactions so far. Tons of stocks flying from the center of the stage. But once they're put into these off-stage situations, I want to see how they react and how they punish and how they end.
No, that's a good point. The last game demonstrated just how critical real estate was. It turned the game entirely around whenever it was gone.
Yes.
So it's great to see this team just having that firm understanding. All teams actually just understanding.
Oh.
And you're noticing just very slight off-stage interactions. Like right there, they'll go in for just a moment, and then they'll immediately disengage because they want to get back onto the stage, secure the stage control. Right there, though, throwing away a stock. I may have spoken a bit too soon about their playstyle.
Yeah. See, we've had a lot of situations where the blue team had opportunities to edge guard, but they would end up using an option that would put them in a state where they're unable to. Multiple times, Kurry got off to the stage, threw out a hitbox with no one around him, and then put himself in a position where he would be unable to edge guard. His brother coming in to save him there. Man, such a I want to see. Oh wow!
You were talking about high octane and talking about Diddy Kong. I'm looking at Austin's nest. The PK Thunder 2 reads, they still happen even in something so chaotic as doubles.
You know what's even sadder about that? Army tried to go up there, throw it an up air to save him, but he had the wrong Pikmin for it, and it was just a pixel off from saving his brother there.
That's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. Kurry not phased. And he has that limit nearly charged up. The next hit that he gets, yep, there it is. And so smart as well. He did it in a way where if he was sent off stage, he'd have the limit charge so he could make the recovery with that extended climax.
Wow, I don't think Kurry's actually missed the down air. Down smash. Yeah, I don't think he's missed a single one so far. So consistent. This could be the final stock for him.
Yep, misses the ledge. He was counting on Army to have the save, and it just never came through. Now Army in a 2v1. Olimar is the kind of character where you can have those quick disengages, but he may be a bit too slow. He might not have the mobility, the maneuverability he needs to survive the consecutive onslaught.
And no Pikmin getting back on the stage. Caught in this sandwich, the red team took full advantage of that terrible situation. Hit everything they could.
There's nowhere to go.
So I want to talk about what happened before that off-stage situation, before that crazy sandwich. I want to talk about Austin's uses of the PK Fire to destroy all of Army's Pikmin in an instant. He took all of his Pikmin, he threw them off the stage, and then he comes back on the stage, and the only reason he was in such a bad position was because all of his Pikmin were gone. He didn't have time to pick them up because he's recovering.
Yeah, it's
brutal.
Literally, it's like taking someone and then like removing every article of clothing that they have, every weapon they could possibly think of, like the stick that they could maybe carve up into a stabbing knife. It's all gone. And they're just throwing them out into the cold, man. No jackets.
Survival of the fittest.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
They just like systematically disarmed Army at the end there.
Yeah.
Even with how they positioned themselves, Army didn't really have get-up options. Like almost everything was covered, I believe.
Yeah, and yeah, honestly, they positioned themselves to where if he jumped, he'd be in a bad position. If he rolled onto the stage, he'd be stuck in a sandwich like he was. Yeah. If he did a standard get up, he's still in a bad position. Yeah. There was just nothing that he could have done, especially when all of your Pikmin are gone, all of your tools are gone, so you can't like drop down and draw with an aerial because you don't have any aerials.
Weird pick here for Kurry. It is the main that he plays, Sonic. But honestly, especially with this team comp, I really would have preferred to see the Cloud instead. True, he was off stage, and they definitely did a great job of edge guarding him as Cloud. But I don't know if this team has the KO potency that they need to close these stocks up.
So they picked the stage with a large ground. Sonic's gonna be able to run around a lot, get a lot of damage. Right. But I'm not really, like you were saying, I'm not really sure where the kill potential is going to come from. I feel like, honestly, this is one of also Ness's best stages, one of Diddy's best stages. I'm not sure what benefit, other than more mobility, more ground to move on, that Sonic gets from this stage.
It definitely has to just be like how much flatland there is. But will it be enough is the question.
Yeah, exactly. Already taking a lot of percent. The highest percent on the board is Kurry. And getting sent off to the left side of the stage. Disco kind of just waiting there. Knowing his character, knowing not to approach while off the stage in that position, going to find his kill on the stage as Kurry is just trying to kind of get his ground. He's getting in a lot, but he's not able to really get much mileage out of any of his approach options. Eating that forward smash, losing the first stock once again.
Army with a big down air actually takes a stock of his own. And you'll notice that Awestin is so comfortable just dropping down with any aerial against Army. He has a recovery that might take him a great distance, but like Rosalina's recovery, it doesn't have an actual hitbox.
Yeah.
Very easy to contest.
And as I was touching on in the first game, all of these characters have recoveries to where like any kind of hit that you throw out can contest it and possibly take a stop.
And Army doing a great job of shutting us up as well. He's gotten both of these KOs so far. He's using all of his tools at his disposal to ensure that he can close these red stocks out. But unfortunately, we have to look at the percent. While the stocks are tied, the percent speaks an entirely different tale with Kurry in a very, very vulnerable position at 95.
Right. You see the switch to Sonic thinking that he's going to be racking up a lot of percent. He's going to be racking up all the damage. But all we've really seen from Kurry is a lot of getting tossed around, a lot of damage taken off from him. and stuff like that. Not really able to get much mileage while he's on the stage, getting sent right off of it, and then they just kind of disregard him and go over to deal some damage to Army, who's actually been outplaying the blue team the red team this entire second game.
Yeah, it really does feel at times that we're seeing Kurry get hit more than he's actually getting hits.
Yes.
Right? Oh, but when he does get those hits, off of that down throw, a great confirm with the up smash from Army.
Oh, and then the up air coming in from Awestin. It's going to put the red team in the lead. Let's see how long Disco can hold on to this last stock. Flying right into Army as he runs over to his brother to deal some damage to Awestin, but Awestin just retreats to the right side of the stage to where his teammate is.
Oh, another big down throw into up smash KO. This is looking very doable for Blue now. And remember that they need this game in order to stay alive in the winner's side.
You're right, and they're doing a phenomenal job of taking it back. Kurry, finally, the first time he is not the highest percent on the stage. Starting to rack up some damage, starting to do some things that we're used to seeing Sonic doing. That down air is going to put him in a terrible position. Awestin looking to gain some mileage. Army going to say, Awestin not having none of that, throwing you to the right. And Army,
it's tough. Gosh. It's tricky, and with Awestin, it feels at times he's almost playing the singles game, going for these PK Thunders. He's not aware that he's just leaving himself vulnerable. F smash comes out and collides onto Kurry, as that leaves Army vulnerable on stage. And Awestin is just juggling him consistently with the up airs. He may have stealed that though. I don't know if it's still going to be as viable as a KO option.
Oh, once again going for the down air. Almost put him in a bad position. Ooh, once again, almost in the bad position. Awestin smartly getting out the stock from Army. And then Kurry puts himself onto a laggy position on the tree, eats an up smash, or up air from Awestin. That's the end of the blue team. Or actually, the blue team's going into the losers bracket now.
That's right. That's right. With Awestin advancing on to grand finals now with Disco.
I mean, I talked about how, the lack of playing together, the lack of, I guess, understanding of their opponents was going to be a downside for the red team there, for Awestin and DisqoBunny, but we saw that it didn't matter. They were just so good at playing their own game that it just completely overwrote everything that Kurry and Army were trying to do.
Right, exactly. What a game.
Yeah, that was honestly, I did not expect it to go that way from the beginning, and it just, I loved the way that the blue team positioned themselves. They got themselves in these 1v1 situations where they were able to capitalize, Awestin capitalizing numerous times, but they were also smartly picking their battles.
Right.
So what they do in that last game specifically is that they would knock out Kurry, they get him off the stage, and then they would completely disregard him. They didn't have anything to do with him recovering. They would go right over to Army, who was causing the biggest threat at the moment, and start dealing damage to him, start putting him in a position where he would lose that stock a lot sooner. So I love the way they played that game, and I want to see if that rematch happens in grand finals, how Army and Kurry reacts, or if they're going to be taken out by one of these next two teams that we're going to see in loser semis.
Yeah.
Whew. Man, still a lot of doubles to go.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like 2.5 hours into the tournament.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
But doubles has been going on since like 7.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
That's pretty grueling.
Indeed. I'm not even sure how far the singles bracket's gone tonight. Let's see. Who's what is that? Losers round 3 for singles? Yeah, so the singles bracket's moving along pretty nicely.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's gonna get a lot less hot in here pretty soon.
I'm sweating like a
Yo,
like
man,
a pig, man.
Earlier, man, me and Ian were talking, holy crap. Hot air definitely rises because we were both sweating bullets. And okay, so he is just as tall as me. Like, I think I'm like an inch taller than him, like barely.
He's a big dude.
Dude, tall commentators, it's a thing. He plays Melee though, so I'm kind of sad I don't get to talk with him.
Yeah, he's great. He's holding it down for Monday Night Melees. By the way, Shockwave not the only thing that we stream. On Fridays we have Synergy, our Pokken tournament.
Definitely go to that. Watch that.
And on Mondays, Monday Night Melee.
Yeah.
For the next couple weeks, we're all over the place. Starting off with Clutch City Clash this weekend in Houston. Then the weekend after, we're going to be going to Super Smash Con 2016.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Dude, I know you're excited. Oh man, I know you're super excited.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's
I
awesome.
don't know if I'm allowed to say what I'm going to be commentating, but
Oh.
I'll let you use your imagination.
Throw me some numbers under the table.
Let me put it this way. I can commentate a lot of games.
I know you can.
That's all you need to know to figure out what I'm
Yo, are you? Please tell me 64. I mean, don't tell me now, but tell me later. But I'm hoping 64.
Of course I'm 64.
Okay, I was like.
But what I'm saying, man, is I can commentate a whole bunch of games.
But I haven't
right?
seen. But yeah, but I haven't seen you do
shift
64
gears.
in a while.
Like what I mean is like I can shift gears on that commentary, right? Like commentate 64.
Yo, are we gonna be seeing some
Smash
Brawl?
4, some Melee. I
You
might have to learn.
You have. I want to see you in the top 8 of all of them. Donkey Kong. Oh man. You got the DK rap going on.
I think this is for the one from like Melee. Whenever you pick there's that one level with like with the current underneath.
Oh yeah.
That's a brutal level,
Yeah.
man.
Man, I just play Melee and just go on Poke Floats. Just have a good time, you know.
Poke floats, Pokeballs only. It's good times.
Yeah, it's great times. Man, I'm terrible in Melee. When I play Melee, I just play Ice Climbers and I just wobble people. I like no one wants to play with me because I just like sit there and wobble. Or I play Kirby and just sit on the side of the stage, grab you, and then do a back throw.
Yeah, I thought you just like play Kirby and then hope that you picked a better character.
No, okay, so honestly, I
Kirby's
love
garbage.
Kirby. His down tilt does 15% in that game. It's sick. I wish if Melee Kirby were in Smash 4, he'd be best character in the game.
No,
100%.